Hello, I strongly advise people under the age of 18 not to watch this content as it contains disturbing visuals and voiceover texts. Enjoy watching. Psycho, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Silence of the Lambs. The killer characters in these movies have one thing in common. They were all inspired by one man, Ed Gein. Living alone in a deserted town, this man found not only bones but also the terror itself in his house. This is not a murder story. This is a document of a mind being shattered. He was born in 1906 in Plainfield, Wisconsin. An overly religious, oppressive mother. An alcoholic, ineffective father. His childhood was isolated and dark. At school, he was a withdrawn, weird kid. He couldn't make friends, couldn't speak, was suppressed. His mother saw women as sinful and protected her son from them. Ed became attached to his mother like she was a holy figure. When his mother died, he left her room untouched for years. That room was a kind of shrine. For him, his mother was not just a mother. She was God. In 1957, when a woman went missing, the police went to Ed Gein's house. They could only remain silent at what they saw. The house was like a graveyard. There were vests made from women's skin, belts made from nipples, soup bowls made from human skulls, belt buckles made from vaginas, lampshades made from skin, and faces prepared from facial skin. Masks. It was discovered that he had exhumed bodies from a total of 15 graves. Some of the victims were alive. Some had been exhumed from graves. For Ed Gein, this was not about sexual gratification, but an attempt at transformation. He wanted to become his mother. By wearing the skin of his victims, he was trying to take her place. Ed Gein did not fit the classic killer profile. He wasn't a serial killer, but a symbolic body snatcher. Psychiatrists diagnosed him with paranoid schizophrenia. He said he experienced hallucinations and talked to the dead. But more importantly, it was the bond he had with his mother, which he kept alive in his mind even after her death. He tried to make his victims' bodies resemble his mother's body. By wearing their skin, he tried to feel like her, to look like her. In psychology, this is called a transformation fantasy. Gender dysphoria, identity splitting after loss, and extreme dependency all came into play together. Ed Gein was a wretch trying to reconstruct his past. But this effort came at the expense of other people's lives. Ed Gein was arrested in 1957. His trial lasted for years. It was determined that he was not mentally sound. Since he was found not criminally responsible, he was sent to a mental hospital instead of prison. He was kept under observation until 1968. After that, he spent the rest of his life there. In 1984, he died due to respiratory and heart failure. He was 77 years old when he died. But the horror characters he inspired are still alive. Ed Gein's house was demolished, the cemeteries fell silent, but his story. He continued to live on in movies, books, and nightmares. Sometimes reality is much darker than fiction. And sometimes the scariest monsters live in the same neighborhood as us. In the next episode, we'll journey together into another dark mine. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. See you next time.